Hi, welcome back to Art Fantastic and welcome back to part 2 on how to draw Pocahontas. In this part we'll be adding the colours and we'll be doing all of the outlines for this character. So let's get started. So what we want to do first, like we always do, is just add in all of the outlines with this pen, and let's go. Okay, so now we have done all the outlines with our pen. We are going to rub out all of the lines, but we have to be very careful not to rub out these lines on our hair, because I didn't do the black pen on these lines because her hair is black and we won't be able to see them. So when we're going to colour them in afterwards, we're going to rub them out then. But for now we're going to leave them on, so be very careful not to rub them off. But otherwise we can rub off everything else and then we can get started on the colour. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is her skin, and we're going to use this brown for her skin, and I'm just going to put it on right now. We're not going to press really hard, we're just going to press kind of lightly at first and then we can just press harder afterwards. Okay, so what I did for her skin, I just did some brown, like I told you before, but I also used a bit of beige because it just lightens it up a little bit, and then I just blended it in with this blender. So you can do that if you like as well, to make it look like this. And now what we're going to do is her eyebrows. So for her eyebrows you want to get a different brown which is slightly darker, and you just want to colour them in. Okay, so once her eyebrows are done, we can do the lips. So the lips are kind of like a brown also, but we're going to put a little bit of pink with it. So we're just going to colour it in lightly like this. Then you can blend it in. And then you can get a pink and you can just add a little bit on top to brighten it up. Okay, so once you've done the lips, you want to rub out anything you might have blended into her mouth, because I just put some brown in her mouth by mistake. And then you want to get your black pen, and you just want to colour inside her mouth, around her teeth. Just like this. Okay, so now we've done that, we can do her necklace. So her necklace is kind of like a bluey colour, like this. And you just want to colour it in. Okay, so when you're doing the necklace, make sure you go over it more than one time, because sometimes when you're colouring it's not hard enough and then it doesn't stand out as much, the colour. But once you've done that, you just want to rub it off a little bit with your rubber, and it just leaves a nice little shiny bit like this. And you want to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm just going to do this like this. I just did it on the square bits because that's where it's the most shiny. Okay, so now you want to do this bit in the middle, and you want to do it with the same sort of colour but just a lighter version, a lighter shade, like this. If you haven't got the lighter shade, then just use the same colour but just don't press as hard on it, and it will look just as good. And then you want to get a grey for this, and you just want to colour it in. Same thing with this, is to make it look shiny, you just want to rub it off a little bit and then have a little bit of white. And then the same thing on this side. Okay, so now we have done the necklace, we want to work on the dress. So the dress is kind of tricky because it's kind of beige, but it's kind of yellowy orange at the same time. So you just want to mix two colours together again. So I'm going to mix yellow and beige, and I'm going to see what that looks like.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left.
Okay, so for the body, I just want to show you what I did for her dress. So as you can see, I put on some yellow, or some orange yellow, and now I'm just going to put the beige on top. And what I did on this side is I put too much yellow on, and so I had to rub some off with the rubber, and then I put the beige on. So if that's what's happened to you as well, then you can just do the same thing. And just make sure you press really hard on the beige so that it kills the yellow out a little bit. But we still need the yellow because obviously it adds the colour we need. Okay, so now that we've done the dress, we can move on to something else. Just make sure at the end of the colouring you just blend everything out with your finger, and it would look a little bit more smoother. So what we're going to do now is her hair. So her hair is a little bit tricky because, like I said before, it's black and we want to be able to see these lines though. So we're going to have to colour around them. So before, instead of just rubbing everything out and then just colouring it all in one go, we're going to have to rub it out and then colour it in a little bit, and then rub something else out and then rub it in. So just basically do it in stages.
Missing someone. Missing someone. Missing someone. Love with all your heart. Missing someone. Love with
so once you've done that, we can get a blue pen, but a very dark blue pen, and just colour in inside of the gaps. You can press kind of hard, but not too much, because we don't want the blue to stand out that much. We just want to be able to see these lines among the black.
Missing someone, is as normal. Missing someone, and missing someone.
Okay, so what I did after the blue is I just took this blender, which already has a bit of black on it, and then I just blended it in a little bit so we can still see the blue bits a little bit, but it doesn't stand out, so it just looks like the lines that we've wanted. Okay, so now that we've done the hair, we have to do the tattoo right here. And the tattoo is kind of like red and brown, so what we have to do is we have to blend two colors in again. So I'm going to use this brown, this red, and then I'm going to use a brown, probably this one right here. So I'm going to put the brown on first, and then I'll put the red on afterwards.
Is as normal, missing someone.
Okay, so now we have done the tattoo. All we've got left to do is this little mesh on her dress. So what you want to do is you want to get the beige, and you just want to colour it in. And so it's not, so that it doesn't look too much like there's too much beige, you want to add a little bit of orange like we did for the dress, but you don't want to press as hard on it, because otherwise it's going to look too much like the dress, and it's supposed to be slightly different.
Missing someone, missing someone. I am sad and so
Okay, so now I've done this bit, and what you want to do with that bit is be careful not to put too much orange, because that's what I did, and then I had to rub it off and then put some more beige on, but it worked out in the end. And don't forget to blend it, because it makes it look so much nicer when you blend it. And also there's these black lines right here, so you just want to make sure afterwards, because you've coloured on top of them, just to rub them out on top like this, just so they stand back out, otherwise they're being smothered by the colour and it doesn't look very nice. But that is pretty much it. We have completely finished the drawing. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like and subscribe, and don't forget to put in the comments section what you would like me to draw for you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!
close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun.